Welcome, welcome, welcome. How is everyone? Loving seeing you all in the chat. How have you all been since last week? Thanks for all your lovely comments. And who have we got in the house? We've got lovely Anne. Hang on, I think I'm missing some up the top. Oh, bless you all. Coming on early. Thank you. Patricia. Oh, bless Patricia. Just sending you so much love. We'll speak more about that in a minute. But yeah, we just all need to give Patricia a bit of love tonight as well. So let's just do the introductions and just welcome everybody in who wants to join in tonight. Thank you for coming. If you're new, welcome to our lovely, beautiful bunch of beautiful souls. We meet here every Sunday at 7:30 and we do a meditation. And we do spiritual chit chat. And I've got 2 spiritual chit chats that I need to address tonight. But moving swiftly on, let's just say hello to Carol. Welcome. Moon Leah, lovely Moon Leah. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming up and being brave last week. If anybody else wants to come up and introduce themselves, you're more than welcome. We have got a lot to get through tonight. So if you don't mind, maybe we'll leave it till next week because I've had 2 requests to speak about certain subjects we've kind of touched on before, but they've come up again. So I just really wanted to go over them and help everybody really gain a different understanding. I'm not saying mine's the right way. I'm just saying that the perceptions that I come up with or that I believe in are quite a bit different to the spiritual kind of stuff that's out there already. Even though there are loads of people that think like me as well. So anyway, welcome, Nancy. Oh, if you're not recognise your name, Nancy, so welcome if you're new to the club. Our lovely Ange is a beauty. Got some good news before we speak about some not so good news in a minute. Is that little Archie? Was it last week or the week before? No, it was last week. We did 3 last week. I think I wore myself out last week by doing 3 sessions. So I won't be doing that again. I learnt the hard way. But Archie is out of hospital, and I think the other little boy was called Alfie. And so if Maggie's on, that's Maggie, wasn't it? Was it Maggie or was it Maggie with the dog Sirius? Anyway, I'm sure that you'll let me know in the comments. So welcome, lovely Ange and Mary. Hi, Mary. Hello, lovely Anne. And Anne and John. And beautiful little Merlin. He's his little treasure, he is. Bless him. Hello, Marjo. Maggie. Was it you with Sirius? Or was it you with... There was another baby that was in hospital. Please forgive me. But my head's like a sieve. I'm not going to lie. It's just in, literally, when they pull the tea towel in and out of someone's head. That's how I am at the moment, I'm afraid. So, yeah, let me know. Welcome, Lainey, Sharon. Welcome, Joyce, beautiful Joyce. A lovely Carol. Who have we got? No, Brilliant. I've not seen that one. Hi. Oh, we've got some newbies, I think, tonight. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in and join us because it's a beautiful space. It was Maggie with Sirius. Okay. Who was the other lady then with the baby? I'm sure it was called Alfie. How is Sirius? But anyway... I need to move on in a moment because we have got some sad news, unfortunately. Joyce saying it was Alfie. You love my grey hair or my gay hair? Does that mean to say grey or gay? Either way, I'm happy. Oh dear. Oh, hello, lovely Lynn. Yeah, bless lovely Lynn. She's helping me at the moment. She will be with technical stuff very soon. Bless her heart. Thank you very much. Lovely to have you all here. So we will move on. If you're new here, like I say, how it works is we normally have a bit of a spiritual chit chat and you can ask questions. But tonight is a bit different because I've got 2 topics that people have, one sent me on a messenger. I'm not going to say who they are. And another lady emailed me in a bit of a state. So I just really want to address those things. So also, I just want to quickly ask everybody, and you can put a hello, Claire, beautiful Claire, and Yvette, beautiful Yvette. Thank you for joining. If you can put in the chat, if you've noticed that your clair senses, if you're not sure what they are, what I'm talking about is, have you noticed your intuition has suddenly ramped up? Have you noticed that your, like I say, your clair senses, maybe you're hearing more, maybe you're sensing more. maybe you're trusting that knowing, right? Claircognizance, whatever label you want to put onto it, you notice any increases in that. I hope you are, because like I say, I had a real big week. But anyway, I just want to move on with the sad news, and really, really sad to say that darling Oscar, that we gave healing to last week or the week before, unfortunately has transitioned on Friday. So just want to, I'm sure that everybody here would just open our hearts and just send Patricia and Oscar so much healing and love. And I just did a little kind of not like a prayer, but like a little poem for him. So if everyone wants to just, close your, hi Antonia, beautiful name by the way. If everyone just wants to close their eyes for a moment, I just want to send healing to Oscar and to Patricia, because he was 17. It's such a long time, isn't it? And Marjo saying her senses are improving. Beautiful. I'll come back to the comments in a minute. So let's just all close our eyes for a moment. And I'm just going to read this. I just want us all to focus on sending healing energy with open and warm hearts to Oscar and Patricia. And they had 17 beautiful years of love and friendship that we celebrate for them. Bless them. I know. It's so sad, isn't it? And Oscar brought so much joy and light every day to our dear Patricia. And his beautiful, gentle spirit touched Patricia's life in countless ways. The memories they created, every wag of his tail and every quiet moment, every shared adventure, and Oscar's playful energy and loyal companionship will live on, because we all know that he's gone to the Rainbow Bridge, but the heart and the human heart has to catch up, doesn't it? And here he's out of pain, he's running free, and he's young and vibrant once more. So we just want to surround Patricia and Oscar with healing light as she remembers their bond. And Patricia, I want you to feel the warmth of all the love that we're sharing here for you. And that just know that connection transcends the physical. I know that you've had some signs from him, because I spoke to you earlier in the week and today and yesterday, bless you. And your souls are connected across time and space. We're never, ever disconnected, ever. So we just want golden healing energy just to flow through every part of Patricia and every part of dear Oscar. And the love and devotion that you gave him was his greatest gift. And the love and devotion that he gave you continues always, Patricia, to flow through your heart. So we just sit in gratitude for 17 years of sacred companionship, and we honour Oscar's journey and hold Patricia's heart in light. And may peace and healing surround you both in this eternal love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm really sorry to be the bearer of bad news there, but I remain absolutely positive, truthfully, that the healing that he would have received would have alleviated any pain. Not that their soul leaves their body way before the end. Anyway, we've spoken about this before. I'm not going to go too deep into this, but next week I will be doing grief. That's what I've been guided to do next week, because it's such a tricky kind of subject. And I will be doing a live session on it, but I'll also be compiling a meditation for how to navigate through grief. And it will be in the style of the Lemurian meditation that I have on my website already, where there's a guide, but you're not just given a meditation or hypnosis, and there'll be, it's kind of not so much like a workbook for you to go through, but just prompts and things to help you on your way to release the grief and even let it go. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to putting that together. But like I say, we'll be doing a live session, and there'll be an extended version that you can purchase. Also, because I was taken to Lemuria on Wednesday, I was absolutely put flat out on Wednesday. That's why I couldn't come on. I was just I just literally spent all day in bed, which does happen. It's not something I speak about often, because I don't like to sit in that energy, but it does happen. And it just is what it is until it isn't, me and that phrase. So I'm just moving everything out of the way. So yeah, I was taken to Lemuria. And I was taken to a different healing place, because I was I was in lots of PAIN, won't even say the word out loud, and I was just speaking to my higher self and saying, look, you know, I need this to turn down. Looking at all your lovely comments, I'll come back to those because I just want to. I'm mindful that otherwise we kind of don't get off here till 9 o'clock, and I know some of you want to go to bed, or it's the beginning of your day, depending on where you are in the world. So I was taken to this kind of like crystalline chamber, but as I've spoken before, and regulars will know when I speak about this, is when we like tonight, I will give you the I can't think of the right words at the moment. Honestly, it's terrible. I will guide you up into the quantum realms, okay, into this healing kind of temple sanctuary. But a lot of the time when I'm up there, it's just like space. There isn't walls. There isn't, and you'll hear this when I do the meditations. I will say that, the floor's made out of light and whatnot. But I was taken on this crystalline path, and it was like, it reminded me of Big, when he's on the piano and they're playing the tune and the keyboard lights up. It was like that. And I know I've mentioned that a few times because I've had that happen before, but this was different. And Osan, the big tall guy, well, I don't know what he is, but this Osan, he was like, come on, we're going to take you because, we're going to give you some like souped up healing. And it was completely different to what I saw. Was it last week or the week before? I can't remember. I get mixed up with all the days. Whenever we did the Lemurian, when we went there first, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. I can't remember now. Beg pardon me. And I saw us in a circle, and there was kind of like stones round the edge in a circular shape, and Osam was in the middle. And that was when I think that was the same night, so I'm getting mixed up because there's so many things that flipping happen. But anyway, he came back again. He took me to a different place. I was like, why didn't we come here when we did the last guided meditation as a collective, as a group? And he said, because the frequencies in the chamber that we're going to take you to are just so much higher, right, that it would be like giving you the bends, right? So we had to do it that way. We had to have you kind of not out in the open because we were still in a temple. But anyway, I digress. The point I'm trying to make is it was kind of like a crystal cave, but it had no roof on it for me. So whatever you experience is right for you. You may go into a building, you might not. It really doesn't matter. You know how I feel about all of that. Whatever you experience is absolutely right for you. So like I say, there is the Lemurian meditation with the guidebook there if you want to go deeper into the Lemurian. I pulled the cards as well, which was really interesting. So it's my Beyond Lemuria cards. And the first one I pulled out was High Heart. Well, I think it says on it, High Heart Chakra, Ecstatic Bliss, right? So those of you that have done my 14 meditation, which is on the website, I'm not trying to do an upsell or anything like that, but I'm just saying if you want to go deeper into it, I have got a meditation on there that will take you through all the 14 chakras, okay? Because most of us are only dealing with 7. I always add in the Earth Star, and I count that as a chakra because it is, in my book, it is one. So we got Higher Heart. So for any of you that don't know where it is, it's kind of, I don't want to. So it's, okay. So it's kind of where this crystal is, right? So it's kind of there. Okay. I feel it's more, it's like in the kind of, as you feel the bones up just before you get to here, it's round about here. So we got our higher heart. So a lot of us are having that unlocked, and you will notice if you're a regular here. Bless you, Patricia, and so touched by everyone's messages. Absolutely. We're just sending you so much love. And when I go back through the comments, we'll have a look. Yeah, because I'll get sidetracked. So we got higher heart. So like I say, in some of the meditations that I've done already, we've worked with the higher heart. And so this is coming online for so many people. And it is just the true compassion. Yes, we have. I'm sure I did it last year because I was trying to think when I first started doing these. It was last November. But anyway, we got higher heart. And the bottom of the pack, I just could not believe it. So that is like high level compassion, but it's really deep compassion for yourself and for others. And it's a chakra that's coming online because it's needed to come online right now because of everything that's going on in the world, all the fear, all the doom mongering, all that, just trying to keep us scared and frightened. So yeah, I just thought if you look at it, it's such a beautiful card as well. So I think the ring light's taking the effect away, but it's just beautiful light codes. And then the bottom of the pack, I could not believe this. Well, I could. We got Soul Star chakra. So for any of you that why have I got a comment on there? Sorry, just said that. So any of you that have done the 14 chakra, or you may be aware of it anyway. So it is above your crown, right? This is where I place it. It depends depends what you look at, but what I've been given by my higher self is the order of it being above your crown. Some people will say there's causal. It doesn't matter. Whatever you believe is fine. I don't think we should get hung up on it being, set in stone. But this is what so this to me, it was really interesting because when I was taken to the this healing chamber, which wasn't really, they were using sound and they were using frequency. And that's why I brought that in tonight, because again, I feel that I was put on my backside again as well, because I do so much of my work or connecting without being in a meditative state. I don't have to go into a meditative state or hypnosis. It's like, it's available to us all, right? But sometimes I'll get pulled there. Anyway, I think that was part of it. And when I said to Osan, I could see all these frequencies, I could see all these colors, I could see the vibration. So if you imagine sound as a light code, if you like, so a bit like when I saw them, it was kind of like this, but it was more what's the word? Like there's lots of them here. They were a lot more simple, right? Sharon saying, I've listened to your 14 chakra meditation so many times, and I can visualize the colors brighten now for all the chakra points. Would definitely. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's something you can just listen to every day. And you can. Sophia is saying that she can feel it above her head. Absolutely. But I was seeing these light codes and symbols, but not. Oh, there's a black cat that's deciding to come into my house. Hello. Wow. Excuse me, madam. I think how bizarre. I've got she's wandering around. It's all right. You can have some water. I just don't believe this. Literally a black cat has just walked in. Muffin's obviously looked at. Oh, she's gone now. That was bizarre, wasn't it? We'll have to look that up, girls. Black cat meaning. I forgot where I was now. Yeah, so I was seeing the frequencies as the chamber reverberated, if that's the right word to use. So yes, it was just so fascinating. And they used 4 frequencies, and I think it was 5, if I remember off the top of my head. I've written it into the meditation because I said to Osan, like I said, a little while ago, didn't I? I said, why weren't we all taken there? Yeah, it was 528, I think 741 and 963, and I think it was 432, if I remember rightly. The cat distribution system chose you. I don't know what that was. I don't know why. It was bizarre. It just strolled in. I've got because it's so flipping hot in here. I'm sorry if you get the seagulls and everything. Yeah, that's what my mum said. It was lucky. So it's probably a message from mum, actually. And I got one from Anne today about a toad, because when me and my brother were naughty when we were little, she would call us little toads. But yeah, just wandered in. I think my dad used to feed it, God rest his soul. So yeah, I think that was why. So anyway, we're going to go up as we always do, and we are going to go to this chamber, and you're going to receive this sound healing. So you may hear, you may see, it really doesn't matter. Oh, I got the isosceles triangle picture. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm just thinking I need to kind of crack on a little bit, if that's okay, because I just want to bring up 2 particular topics. right? And the first one was, I'm not going to say who brought them up, but we need to talk about them. So they were talking about twin flames, and I touched on it a couple of weeks ago. And so I'll just do a quick little refresh on it. So when we even just look at the twin flame, right? When you think about it and what we're told, it's two halves of a soul that have gone together. Well, on a logical human element, that doesn't actually make sense. So for me, and down to an experience that I had, a couple of months, 3 or 4 months ago, and I saw myself and Ray being released from source. It was like, oh, okay, we just built that bond and we had a mission to do. So it was in our soul contract, right? But down here, we have to use human words, don't we? Because otherwise nobody will know what anybody's talking about, until we're like telepathic. And, even with telepathy, I don't know how telepathy will work actually with words. But anyway, I digress. So, I take a lot of everything you read about twin souls with a pinch of salt. I really, really would. And I could say the same about what I'm going to speak about. This whole, it's normally an empath and a narc and a narcissist. Again, I feel that they're just labels. We did speak about this before, but I really want to reiterate it. The less that we label ourselves with anything on this spiritual awakening journey, the better. The more labels we have, the more challenging it is, and the longer it is to heal, the longer it takes. And like I say, I've just been on a complete 5-year whistle top journey, and some people might say, well, you've only been doing this 5 minutes. It doesn't matter because the awakenings are so different. But anyway, so I've gone all hot again. So yes, the whole empath and narc, a lot of that would be to do with wounding, right? So we attract, okay? How I see it with clients, and I see it a lot with people, is when we attract, there's very few narcissists. I'm not going to lie. There's very few, but it's become such a bandwagon now to people go, he's a narcissist or she's a narcissist, right? It's very, very few. There's so much BS out there. Okay, but like I say, take anything I say true with a pinch of salt. But what can happen is, if somebody, so think about people that get in relationships. So I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm not judging or anything like that, but they get in relationships with a much older man or a much older woman. 9 times out of 10, it will be because their childhood, they're looking for that mother or father figure. And it's so twin. Yeah. Anyway, I'm kind of going off and around the houses, aren't I? But like I say, my own perception on it, and this is what this person was asking for. My take on it was, it's different to a soulmate. A soulmate can be a family member, it can be a friend, it can be a partner. It's that deep connection. But a twin flame, or whatever you want to call it, can be just so much more powerful. And I experienced that. I was lucky, so grateful to have had that time with Ray. Because it's a completely different relationship to anything else that you would ever experience. And it's not negative and it's not toxic. It's the most peaceful, the most happy, the most easy relationship that you'll ever, ever, ever have. It's beyond, unless I think you've experienced it, it's like anything, isn't it? It's very challenging to understand. So like I say, it's mind-blowing. The relationship, just everything is just easy. A lot of people get a karmic relationship caught up with, a twin flame. So even with that, and it's really funny because we're going to be talking about karma in a few minutes, because it's just weird how it all works out, doesn't it? So like I say, with the twin flame, it's just lose the label. It's just another label. It's just another label. So I hope that's answered. Is there anything else I want? Yeah, so I just wanted to, what else did I say about it? So often we can overstay in relationships that are, kind of, want of a better word and a label, toxic, that we shouldn't stay in, and I think that comes more under the karma part. But it was really interesting, really, really interesting subject, but there's so much more to it than that. And like I say, the empath, inverted commas, they've often grown up in households where they've always had to be on hyper alert, hyper vigilant, because they had to be safe, right? But then, you know, the whole label of the empath is, oh, I'm sensitive to energy. I think, you know, I really struggle with that, because I know that when we manage our energy, it's completely different. We don't just absorb other people's energies, or, you know, things can't make us sway quite so easily. Yeah, so like I said, and there's a lady also that wrote in, I'm not going to say her name either, but she was in a right kind of 2 and 8 really about karma. It's such a deep subject, I can't do it justice, but I just wanted to touch on it. Please, 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 please know it's never a punishment, ever. It's not. It's never, ever a punishment. It just drives me a little bit crackers, right? Where people go, oh, you know, they're going to get their karma and all that. And I'm just like, no, please, just stop. Just stop it, because it's not a punishment. It really, really isn't. And it can feel like that when things are. So if you're new here, I will talk about TRUMA as experiences. I don't call them that word, right? Because on a spiritual level, they are just experiences on a human level. And it can be challenging when we navigate in the beginning of our spiritual journey to actually absorb that and to absolutely take that in, right? So we must never, ever, ever wish karma onto somebody else, ever. Because if we do, we're breaking cosmic and universal law, right? So I advise against it. What I've found and what I've evidenced through my own experience and working with clients, right, is I'm going to bring in Dark Nights of the Souls very briefly, and we have kind of spoken about this before, but I just wanted to, you know, help this lady. You know, we had such a big, you know, kind of conversation around it. I was like, do you mind if I bring it up? Because I think it would just help so many people. So like I say, if we can just hold on to the things that happen as experiences, and that can be challenging when we're talking about childhood things, right? Okay, so let's just take that out of the equation. I have spoken on this before. We are never, ever, it's not a punishment, right? And often we'll say, why would we choose that experience, right? And I'm coming from a place where you know, I've had a daughter that's gone through, you know, horrendous things, okay, as a child, and me being her mother, that's what I chose on this journey, this lifetime. That's what I chose, is to be more say helpless, because she has to navigate it her way, right? I've just got to be here and watch. And I've been shown some past lives where they were really unpleasant on a human level, but the energy and the message that I took from them was for me to just gain deeper understanding. That's where other lifetimes can come in and be really helpful, actually, to be honest. So like I say, Dark Nights of the Soul come in. So this, you know, this lady that I was speaking to, she kept saying, I keep having so many dark nights of the soul. Will they ever stop? And I'm like, yes, but they will stop in two ways. When our perception on the situation changes, and energetically on a spiritual level, that's when they will stop, because we'll have so much in our toolbox, right, that we don't even see them as dark nights of the soul. We don't even see them as overly challenging situations. Everything just is, and everything happens for us, things that happen to us. And I know it can be a big ask, especially if you've gone through or are going through, you know, TRUMA, right? MA, it can, but I can categorically tell you this isn't my story. Okay, my story isn't that I ended up with an abusive, you know, father of my child. Lost my life nearly many times, shouldn't be here. Found the love of my life, Ray, and then, you know, he transitioned, and even that was complicated, right? That's not my story. They're things that have happened. They're experiences that I've gone through. Okay, they're not my story. I made them my story when I was going through the severe anxiety and depression. Absolutely. And I was my story, but it's only when we step out of that story, things just get so much easier. In the dark nights of the soul, and the tsunami of events, just like bang, 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 bang. And I've had this for 20 years, right? It's just been bang, 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 bang. But now, even with, you know, bless their hearts, losing my mum and dad, it was quite easy. And that sounds really awful and cold, doesn't it? But God's honest truth, it changes you, and you are just literally level and solid, and nothing can shake you. Nothing. And it can trigger the F out of people. It can trigger the F out of people when they see you in that state, because they want it, but they're not able to get there. It's really challenging. So yeah, like even with the healing, right? And they talk about enlightenment. You know, even that's, I feel, a bit of a con and a bit of a interesting subject, because again, it keeps people stuck. Like, there's a hierarchy. There is no hierarchy in the spiritual realms and in the quantum realms. There's no hierarchy. Obviously, we've got source, of course, you know, and you've got orders of angels and, you know, and whatnot. But all this, you know, fifth dimension, sixth dimension, oh, load of rubbish, absolute load of old tosh that keeps people stuck, keeps people aspiring to something that's just not feasible and credible. It really isn't. You know, we are down here all living our own experiences on our own journey. And what a time to be alive. I just think what a time to be alive. It really, really is. And we're just amazing all for being here, every single one of us. So what did I also want to speak about? So karma, yeah. But, you know, think about any situation. There's always two sides. There's never just one side. There's never just one person that's wrong and the other person's right. It doesn't work like that. And it's the same with karma, but it's not a punishment. I just really want to get that through. And I hope that helps somebody watching this, either live or on the replay. It's not a punishment. You're not being punished. Bruce is loose. I do oracle cards, and I'm actually, and do you know what? It's weird that you've picked up on that energy, because yeah, I'm about to. Yeah, I'm about to. But I want to mix it in with spiritual coaching as well. So I don't just want to do tarot, and I just don't want to do readings, because I'm very much about helping people to connect to their higher self. So if I did do readings, I certainly wouldn't be having people back on a revolving wheel about the same thing. And I'm not here to do mediumship to connect you to your loved ones. I do that in a different way. I do that by being in the, taking you to the quantum, not taking you, but we go to the quantum realms and you connect to your loved one, and I can help you do that. So I hope that answers your question. But yeah, I'm in the middle. It's like I've always really been not anti them, but yeah, I just always felt that it's keeping people stuck and it's not helping people to expand and connect to their higher self, right? Because you're kind of giving them the answers, because the quantum healing work that we do, it's about you connecting. It's about, I'm just there as your guide. I'm not there as a therapist giving my opinion. You know, I just connect to your higher self through my own, and then we go off and we do what we need to do, and we can end up anywhere. We could end up in another lifetime. We could end up, yeah, anywhere. You know, we can end up in future lives. I just call them other lives. You know, past life is a bit kind of putting things in a box. But yeah, there's always two sides. So even with the karma, you know, and I think what I would say to somebody is, if, and like I said to this lady, if you're constantly having one thing after another, I would, you know, meditate and connect to your higher self and say, look, is this soul contract work that I'm experiencing, or is there something that I'm missing here? Right? Is there something that I'm missing and I need to change? Because things will keep coming up in somebody's life in different ways until the penny drops. That I do know, 100%, without a shadow of a doubt. So yeah, that's what I recommended this lady do. But yeah, she was in a real, you know, I just really don't like it, you know. And people say, oh, I'm broken, I'm damaged. No, you're never those things. You might feel it, but you need to get that gone. Okay, you really do, because you're never ever broken, ever. We can heal from, look at, you know, I speak about this, as if you're new here, I speak about this all the time. If you look at so many different people from different walks of life in different scenarios and the things that they've overcome, it's just incredible. Excuse me, it's just incredible. It really, really is. Oh yes, oh yes, can everyone press the like and share button if you please? Thank you very much. Who was that? Steph, bless you. Thank you for reminding. Yeah, if you can share it, like it, it gets it pushed out. Yeah, it gets it pushed out. But yeah, it's really funny that Bruce says about the tarot, because yeah, I'm actually investigating into it right now. Yeah, it's really, really weird. But I would be doing it, like I say, doing it in such a way that it is not just you're getting a reading, it will be to help you find a way forward. So kind of spiritual coaching that goes along with it as well. So I'm really passionate about you being able to, you know, help yourself. So we're going to move into the meditation. Sorry, God, I've waffled on for ages tonight. Yeah, could everyone please press the heart and the like button, please, and share if you can. That'd be amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Sorry to ask, I really do. But it does get it pushed out, and then more people can find our beautiful, lovely group. You know, so what we're going to do. So I think I've touched on it briefly, didn't I? So we're going to go into the quantum realms, and we're going to go to this frequency sound healing chamber. And it's really high frequencies. That's why we didn't go there the first time. So yeah, I've weaved in about the floor as well. And as you step along, you see it lighting up and you hear. So whatever, as always, it really doesn't matter if you visualize or not, really doesn't. Just go with all your senses. So that's hearing, smelling, tasting. Some people, who has it said to me? Their sense of smells really ramped up, and they're being, what's it called? Claire. I can't think of the name. Claire Aliens, is it? Smelling? It's really ramped up. So you might feel, you might sense, you just might know, you might just see it in your mind's eye, or you might full on visualize it. Whatever, it really doesn't matter. You're still going to receive the healing frequencies and have this beautiful experience. I'm just looking at, Chris is saying, thank you. I did think of it as retribution. No, Chris, right, okay, sorry. I really need to, honestly, I cannot say this enough. No, it isn't. Absolutely not. And, you know, absolutely. And never, like I say, never ever wish it upon anybody, because it's breaking universal and cosmic laws. You know, of course, we all, you know, if we perceive that someone's, you know, hurt us, done something that, you know, is not pleasant or whatever, right? And, you know, that person might go, yeah, but they've got their karma. Well, who's to know? It's not part of the soul contract, right? Who's to know? It's not part of their soul contract, and it's not part of the other person's or whatever soul the contract. You don't know. So ask your higher self. Like I say, I can categorically say to you 100% that the deeper you go on this journey and the more you open up, the less these things impact you. You don't have the dark nights of the soul, just another label. You don't have that experience. Dark nights of the soul are to drag us somewhere so that we wake up and change and do something different and really change. I'm not just talking about surface level. I'm talking about really changing. So no, it's not, Chris. It's not a punishment. It's not a retribution. And like I say, never, ever wish it upon anybody, ever. Because, yeah, you're just, yeah, it's not good. Not at all. Like I say, yeah, even thinking, you know, I did, when I was kind of going through the stuff with Scarlett's dad, I was wishing it every day. And then I had the awakening. It was like, okay, I need to stop this now. Okay, I really need to forgive. And I understand it in a different way. He came in, daughter's dad, and he played that role. He played his part. And even sending somebody light, you know, I got to the point that I could forgive him, right? Completely forgave him, sent him light, and then he ended up having a stroke. Because what the light does is it, you know, pushes the dark out of the body. So, yeah, I did feel quite bad about that, but it wasn't something that I did intentionally to have that effect. And that's what I always say to people, you know, if you're going to send light to people, you've got to do it in complete love. But I just thought that was interesting. I really did. But anyway, so we're going to go back to Lemuria. So, those of you that are here and ready to go into this beautiful meditation, just want to make yourself really, really comfy. And like I say, we're going to go into this sound healing chamber where I was taken and just experience exactly as I did the other day, which is incredible. Oh yes, that was it. I forgot to tell you. So we go up there, and then we obviously go into the chamber, which can be however it looks for you, doesn't matter, or feels or senses for you, or hears, or whatever. And once we go in there, there's like a cradle of light, and I've seen this so many times. It's beautiful, and you're just cradling that, and then the healing will take place. And yeah, so just get ready. Just get ready. Just take some lovely deep breaths in. And we're going to go to this beautiful sacred space that's filled with calibrated frequencies of sound and light. And it's going to awaken your soul's blueprint. And as you know already, because if you've done this meditation with me before when we went to Lemuria, you know that your soul essence carries its own signature, its own sound signature. Just as we begin this sacred journey, as always, we call in guides, angels, spirits, helpers, beings of light that wish to join us on this magical journey. Just remember that you're always safe and in control. So just take some more deep breaths. And if you haven't already, just close your eyes and just allow your entire being to release into this field of unlimited potential. And as I've already said, it does not matter if you visualize or not. This does not affect your experience. And once again, please use all your senses, feeling, hearing, knowing, tasting, smelling, and sensing. Now, I want you to just focus on your breath. And with each exhale, feel your physical form becoming softer, more relaxed, and more open. Notice how each breath carries you away from ordinary consciousness and into expanded realms of possibility. Feel your awareness growing larger as it extends beyond your room, perhaps beyond your building or the space that you're in. You are now floating in an ocean of pure awareness, completely weightless and free. Rest here in this spacious state for a moment as you feel the infinite expanse surrounding you and cradling you with perfect support. Your body continues to grow lighter, as if the pull of gravity has gently released its hold. Allow your shoulders to fall naturally downwards. Let your jaw soften completely as you release any tightness there. Just keep breathing. deep and strong. As you just allow yourself to relax completely into this state of awareness, allowing your breath to find its own natural rhythm, slow and peaceful. Experience the deep contentment of simply being present in this sacred moment. Your thoughts begin settling naturally, like leaves coming to rest on still water. There's nowhere else you need to be right now. Nothing to do except surrender into this sacred healing moment. You are now embraced in complete safety. Notice the steady, comforting pulse of your heartbeat. With each heartbeat, you drift deeper and deeper into a state of profound peace. Your nervous system releases layers of tension that's accumulated over days, weeks, and years. This is your sacred time, your divine opportunity for complete restoration. Allow yourself to rest as deeply as you wish, letting this tranquility permeate into every aspect of your being. Take another deep breath as you notice a beautiful golden pathway. It's woven from threads of pure sunlight. It's iridescent, and the path extends right into the distance, calling you forward. Each footstep upon this sacred walkway creates a melodious tone, like stepping on chimes made of liquid crystal. These sounds flow through your feet and spiral upward through your body, tuning each cell to increasingly refined frequencies. As you continue your journey, the pathway responds to your unique energy signature. Delicate spirals of rainbow light rise with each step, leaving a trail of shimmering beauty in your wake. Now you're drifting further into this transformed landscape. You observe the world around you changing in wondrous ways. Colours deepen and become more vivid. Sounds grow clearer and more musical. And you feel yourself drawn toward something truly extraordinary. The atmosphere itself vibrates with expectation and healing possibility. You pause briefly, breathing in this magical air. Each inhalation fills you with increasing vitality and peace. In the far distance, emerging from what appears to be a mountain of living amethyst, sapphire, emerald, and clear quartz, rises a structure of breathtaking beauty. It's the Lemurian resonance chamber, an elegant dome of interwoven crystal formations that glow with internal light, each surface contributing its voice to a symphony of healing tones. Observing this magnificent creation, you imagine or see how it breathes in harmony with Earth's own rhythm. The internal luminosity brightens and dims in perfect cycles, as though the chamber possesses its very own living heartbeat. You approach slowly, savouring this moment of growing anticipation. With every step closer, you feel the energy field beginning to dance with your own. A warm sensation spreads through your heart center, as if the chamber is extending a personal welcome. You understand that this sacred space has been waiting specifically for your arrival. Standing at the threshold of this sacred sanctuary, you pause to honor what you're about to experience. The entrance radiates warm amber light that seems to recognize and celebrate your essence. Crossing the threshold, you feel a profound shift in the energy around you. The atmosphere here carries a more harmonious, more alive. Stepping inside, the chamber immediately responds to your presence with changes in its light patterns. Every surface consists of countless crystal formations. Each one is a living instrument of sound and powerful healing energy. Take time to absorb this extraordinary space completely. Each crystal face reflects and refracts light. The chamber's geometry follows perfect, sacred proportions that feel so deeply familiar and satisfying to your soul. Be aware that the healing frequencies in this sacred chamber may feel more potent and life-changing than anything you've ever experienced. As you fully align with this environment, the chamber begins its sacred song. Rich, foundational tones emerge from within the crystal matrix, creating waves of sound that restore deep within your bones. These bass frequencies establish a foundation of stability and grounding. You notice higher tones beginning to join this cosmic symphony, weaving melodies that speak directly to your heart. Your breathing naturally synchronizes with these transformative healing sounds. At the chamber's heart lies a platform of pure light energy, perfectly designed to support your being. This magnificent bed of light appears woven from the finest threads that you have ever witnessed. And as you approach, the light calibrates itself to your exact energetic frequency. As it becomes a cocoon of radiance that perfectly matches your vibration. As you move towards this healing space, feel the growing resonance between your energy and the chamber's increasingly powerful frequencies. With each step, the harmony between you and this sacred space deepens and intensifies. As you settle onto this platform of light, taking time to find your ideal position for the profound healing that's about to take place. Feel how it cradles you in every part of your body while remaining completely weightless. Notice how the light intuitively knows exactly where you need to support and where you need space to expand. The healing frequencies may feel exceptionally strong and transformative. As you surrender completely, the chamber's healing sequence activates. A gentle vibration fills the space as this magnificent chamber attunes itself to your unique needs. Colours begin flowing through the crystal walls like the most magnificent aurora. Emerald green pulsing with a rhythm of your heart, allowing love to flow into your heart. And sapphire blue is washing over you in waves of deep tranquility and peace. And violet is spiraling around your crown chakra. Each colour moves at its own perfect tempo, creating layers of healing lights, working in divine coordination. Observe in wonder as these colours respond intelligently to your presence, intensifying whatever healing and wherever healing is needed most. Each colour carries its own specific harmonic frequency. The emerald tones resonate at 5 to 8 hertz, the frequency of love and cellular renewal. Sapphire frequencies vibrate at 741 hertz as they dissolve old patterns and create new neural pathways. The violet light vibrates at 963 hertz, connecting you to your highest self and potential. As you feel these powerful tones penetrating every layer of your existence, physical, emotional, energetic, and spiritual. They work through gentle invitation, encouraging every part of your being to remember its original state of perfect harmony. Completely surrender to this process, trusting the profound wisdom of the frequencies to provide exactly what serves your highest healing. The chamber now reveals its most sacred gift from beyond the physical spectrum. A new frequency emerges, and this is the master tone of Lemuria. Sound so special, there is no Hertz frequency allotted to it. But just know that this sound carries the codes of your soul's original blueprint. It's been unheard on Earth since the golden age of Lemuria. You may hear it, you may feel it, or perhaps even sense it. The frequency and tone fills this space as Lemurian healers step gracefully from within the crystalline walls. These beautiful beings move with breathtaking grace, their forms composed of living light and harmonious sound. They have served as guardians of this sacred space, waiting through the ages for souls like yours to return. Each Lemurian healer embodies the wisdom of countless lifetimes devoted to restoration and remembrance. One approaches you now, their presence radiating the deepest compassion that you've ever experienced. As the master tone permeates the chamber, something miraculous unfolds. Your entire energy field begins reorganizing around this pristine temple. The Lemurian healer places their hands of pure light right above your heart center, initiating and activating this sacred transmission. Old frequencies that no longer serve begin harmonizing or dissolving naturally as new frequencies awaken within you. Gifts, talents, and abilities, and remembrance dormant for lifetimes. Feel this transmission entering through your heart center, radiating in all directions like ripples through cosmic waters. Your cells begin singing in harmony with this timeless wisdom as your DNA receives activations of light codes, awakening potentials, waiting eons to unfold. Your energy field expands and brightens until you become a beacon of the same frequency powering the chamber. The Lemurian masters who once walked this sacred space gather around you. Their wisdom flows into you like liquid light, reactivating your natural healing abilities, and also as a creator and a beacon of love. As this magnificent transmission deepens, images may flow through your awareness. You might witness scenes from your lifetime in Lemuria. Perhaps you observe yourself tending crystal gardens where plants grow in harmony with light. You may glimpse yourself as a keeper of sacred knowledge, caring for vast libraries of Lemurian records. Or you may witness yourself as a healer, working alongside these very beings surrounding you now. These memories are glimpses of who you truly are and who you are becoming once again. Allow these images to flow naturally, releasing any need to grasp or analyze. Some may come as feelings rather than pictures, and knowing rather than seeing. Trust whatever emerges. For the Lemurian healers guide this remembrance with perfect wisdom. You remember now. You remember who you truly are. You remember why you came to Earth at this time. You remember the gifts and talents that you carry and the light that you are here to share. The Lemurian healers radiate joy as they witness your further awakening, having waited so long for this moment of reunion. Take a few minutes now to be with our Lemurian master healers. Connect with them deeply. Allow any knowledge to be passed to you, or simply rest and relax in their healing energy. You should be silent for a few moments now. When it's time to return, you will hear a bell chime. The chamber's frequency begins stabilizing at this new level of harmony. The colours soften into a warm golden embrace that seals this activation and transmission into every cell of your being. The tones gradually quiet to a gentle humming that will continue resonating within you long after you leave this sacred space. Feel yourself filled with vitality, crystal clear clarity and purpose. Every breath now carries the frequency of the chamber. Every heartbeat pulses with this timeless wisdom. Every thought aligns with your highest and greatest good. And as you prepare to return, know that you carry a piece of this chamber within you always. Whenever you need healing, simply place a hand on your heart and hum a gentle tone. This Lemurian chamber will respond and send waves of restoration to you. The Lemurian masters offer their final blessing. Go forth as the light you are, beautiful one. Share the frequencies of Lemurian love and deep healing. You are forever connected to our sacred space and to the infinite potential that lives within you. And take a deep breath as you begin to feel your awareness gently returning to the present moment. As you gently drift back to your physical body, carrying with you every gift, every frequency, and every blessing that you've received. The light of the chamber continues glowing from within your heart space, an eternal flame that grows brighter with each sharing. Take a deep breath and feel your energy settling into your physical form, renewed and revitalized. Another deep breath, feeling strength and clarity flowing through every cell. One more deep breath, feeling completely present, completely empowered, completely whole. And take a moment to stretch and integrate this powerful activation and transmission. And when you're ready, gently open your beautiful eyes and welcome back. Hi, Kevin. Yeah, we did. I'm sorry, darling. Welcome, though. If you're new, we're here every Sunday with different topics. And hola, is that right? Hola? I said that right? Hola to Maria. Beautiful. Thank you for the message from my mum, because that's her middle name. So welcome, Maria and Kevin. Yeah, so like and share this video. If the live, if you could please, if you want to subscribe, if you're not subscribed to my channel already, I do these every Sunday. Well, we do them every Sunday. Yeah, and they're different subjects. It was quite a deep one this week. Mary saying, thank you, Lemurian. I felt so at peace. Yeah. So welcome to, before we move on, Maria and Kevin, if you're new, if you want to subscribe, feel free. We do the meditation, but we have a bit of a spiritual chat first. You can go back and watch the live if you want to and do the meditation, if you wish. I tried to get around and put the timestamps on them so you can just jump to the meditation and just do it. But at the end, you're going to get all the waffle after it. So I do put meditations. If you look on the video section, there's a few meditations in there. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed that. And welcome. Yes, go with your comments. I'm just going to whiz back up to the top because we covered quite a lot tonight, didn't we? Yeah, just want to say to Patricia, yeah, hope this has helped you tonight as well. This is Laney's in, bless you. Hope you're okay, Laney. Nancy's hello from the States, US. Welcome. We've got quite a few ladies from the US. So welcome, 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 our American cousins. Yeah, I'm just having a look to see if Sirius, how Sirius is, and the other baby that we put the healing out for last week or week before last. Just looking through the comments. Sirius, oh, brilliant. Sirius is so much better. Thanks so much. Brilliant. Love it. Good. I'm happy about that. Well done. Well done, everybody. Yeah, so Marge's saying her senses are improving. Good. I'd love to hear that. And Angie's saying, yeah, hers definitely have too. That's what, see, the thing is as well, by just coming here each week and I think and sitting in this energy, it's a natural progression anyway. Hi, Gina. Just seen it. Just like I said, I'm just going back over the comments. Oh, shoot. Sorry. Whoops a daisy, I meant to say. Yeah, sorry. I hope you didn't notice in the beginning, but yeah, I bloody forgot to plug my charger in. So I had to get up and bloody chug it in because I was blooming worried that it was going to cut out. I thought the battery might go. Yeah, I love reading all your comments. And Lane is saying, I feel your pain, Patricia. We're still processing the loss of our 17-year-old Tinker, 28th of July. All I can say is go slow with yourself and take one day at a time. It's helping me and my family. I know, it's such a, isn't it? They are the family. They're just the furry family, not just, but they are furry family, aren't they? Yeah, hi to Steph. So let's just go back over some of these. So Moon Lee is saying, oh, I think if I put it on there, because it's a different size screen, I think Moon Lee is saying that I'm hearing a lot more other people's conversations in my head. I get that. I can hear conversations as well. And it's quite unnerving when it happens first, isn't it? But yeah, I've been able to do that for a while. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Bits and pieces, not full conversations happening at night. So yeah, it could be spirit or it could be, yeah, see, yeah, it's really weird. It's really challenging to explain. But yes, I can hear other people's conversations. And it's, you know, sometimes, yeah, sometimes you don't want to hear them. Yeah. So I'm just having a quick look through the comments. Oh, so, okay. So in the second part of that is my rabbit hole venture tells me that I'm connecting into the collective field on humanity and catching random things. Very interesting, enlightening. Yeah, it could be many things though. It could be your high self tapping into theirs. There's so many different things that it could be. Really, really is. Sorry, I'm just looking at the comments, seeing if there's any I need to reply to. Oh, Carol's saying, I like this. I'm hearing a lot more and just knowing things and telepathy too. Beautiful. I love this. Well done. Well done. I love that. Somebody was talking about enlightenment, so I just wanted to grab that, hook onto that. So I'm just catching up along the way. Since I listen to mantras and Hertz music, I then seem to memorize them and hearing them in my head. Palladian and Arcturian Hertz music. Yeah, I love that as well. There's a channel, isn't there, on here? I can't think what it's called. Not Amanda, but it's something like that. And they do lots of healing music. I love it. Beautiful. I love it. It's all very interesting, absolutely. Oh, so Mary's saying, if I think, because I've got it on this screen, the reason why I do it this way is because I'm trying to see if there's anybody on the shorts feed that might come into our group. I can always switch it back to that way, and then you can see the question more. But if I put them up, unless you've got like X-ray bionic eyes, I can't read them. So look, going back to the energy thing, Lorraine. So Mary's saying, Lorraine, I'm lately very sensitive to situations. I seem to react to things more stronger. Not always what I want. Is this also what you're meaning? Well, okay. There's, like I said, there's never ever just a simple straight answer. I think at the moment, I know at the moment, emotions are a lot stronger, but I think that is different from the whole empath or the sensitive to energy thing, right? So I feel that there's a couple of things that's going on. So we've got the collective, and like Moon Leah brought up, you know, quite rightly so, is we're doing the heavy lifting for the collective as well, and we're tapping in much more consciously and unconsciously. But I would say, because a couple of people have mentioned this to me, that they felt really emotional. And I know astrologically, sorry, that's Muffin. Can you hear me trying to get out of the room? I hope you can't. So sorry. In fact, I could let her in now, couldn't I? But I won't. Anyway, so sorry, I've gone off sideways there. So I think there's two things going on. There's stuff that's coming up for us to review, and a lot of people are getting angry or crying. That's all quite normal. But like I say, I'm not sure of the astrological connection. I know we've come out of Mercury retrograde, but the empath thing, right, is people use it as a crutch and an excuse, or not an excuse, but it's just another label, and it keeps people stuck, right? So that I feel that they are linked, but they're two different things. If you're not like that normally, right, and it's only recently, I feel that when we go through different layers of consciousness, right, and I do want to speak about the enlightenment kind of trap as well, is we move through layers of consciousness. I see it as kind of like circles, right? And people will say, oh, you know, when you do your healing, it's like going through one layer of an onion, and I think things like that keep us stuck as well. I feel really passionate about things that keep anybody stuck, right? And just feeding into, you know, kind of a belief system around something. So I hope I'm answering this. Okay. But so if it's a recent thing, I would say you're picking up on the collective energy. Also, there may be things that you need to ask your higher self. Why is this emotion keep coming up for me, or however you want to phrase it, but ask a direct question. What is it I need to understand? And if you ask that 2 or 3 times and you don't get an answer, how I perceive that and how I treat it is, well, I'm not meant to know. So that's okay. Shrug of the shoulders and I move on. But the human mind will be like, I need the answer, right? And that's what we need to move away from. Because when we're in that human conscious 3D, you know, even going back to the karma, like I say, wishing it on somebody else, that's just 3D thinking. And that's just so not energetically okay. It really isn't. But yeah, I know this week I've even felt, and I'm like, oh, right. Yeah, even I've been caught out. I keep getting caught on Instagram with the donkeys and all the animals and the elephants and everything. I don't know. I must pay out about £20 a month to all these charities, like £5 each, because as soon as I'm like, oh my God, you know, the donkeys and stuff. So yeah, I hope that helps. But the thing is, though, nothing is ever a mistake, though, Mary. Right? How we react and respond to something is never a mistake, because it's meant to be played that way. So even kind of jumping back, you know, I'm just thinking of the scenario that this lady was speaking to me about. Jumping back to that, even with the karma, what was I going to say then? It's gone. Come back, please. Blooming bugger. Where have you gone? No, if it's meant to come back, it will. But nothing's a mistake. But our human mind will label it. That's good, that's bad. Hope that helps. I really do. But I feel that some of it is just what we're going through. You know, we've never been on Earth, you know, since you know, we talk about Christ consciousness, and you know, and that energy is coming back, but there's not been changes on Earth since then, 2000 whatever years ago, however long of 2025 years ago, whenever it was. That we've been in this, I don't even want to call it chaos, because everything, the way I see it and my perception of it is that I saw the spiritual wars. I saw that when I was going through the awakening, when I went through that big, massive, just tunnel of 6 months of, right? And I saw the wars, and I was told that all the wars have settled up there, but I hear other people saying that they haven't. So I'm just like, maybe they're looking on a different timeline. I don't know. But as far as I understand, and from what I see, even now, there's no wars going on. It's just playing out down here. It's going to take longer, because up there is no time. Time doesn't exist. But I know in 2020, when there was another mass awakening on a grand scale, and there's more going on now. You know, everything that happens. I'm not even going to get into the political and the situations. A lot of you will know, right, what I'm addressing, especially if you're in the UK. Like, I think we chose to be the flipping guinea pigs, didn't we? But anyway, I'm not going to speak about that because I don't want to get in trouble. But all these things that are going on around the world, you know, it's like them kicking the table and chairs over on the way out. And other people are only just waking up now. But, you know, going back to the whole enlightenment thing, even that is still something for people to attain to. And there's this belief system out there which drives me crackers, is that, oh, healing's never done, we're always having to heal. Well, if you think that, then that's how it's going to be, isn't it? When we access a particular layer of consciousness, all that fades away. We don't have those thoughts, you don't have those feelings. But, you know, people say, oh, yeah, but we don't live in a human experience. Yeah, we are to a certain degree. But I feel that a lot of those contracts, right, it's like we've moved into a different age. We've moved into a different era where we're not just coming here to learn lessons and do all that kind of stuff. We're down here with our energy going, right, okay, collectively and individually. Right, that's why I put the little video up the other day about my little spot where I go to, you know, bring in the energy. We all need to be doing that. We're all holding space for the collective consciousness, knowingly, consciously and unconsciously. We're doing so much unconsciously in our sleep at night, when we meditate, when we even collect in these groups, right? When we collect here every Sunday. I'm just moving down. So I hope that I know I can go off sideways, can't I? Sorry. So Kevin's saying, yeah, we've done the meditation already. I'm not sure if you've stuck around or not. But Anne saying, a beautiful meditation. I saw a lady standing in a 70s kitchen. She had bobbed fair hair and a small flowery apron on. The wallpaper behind matched the apron, which I thought was amusing. I wonder, that's lovely, Anne. I wonder who that was. Was that you? Was that you? I wonder if I can sit. I don't know if you can sit. You've got to have eyes like, oh, then you get close up at me. So Joyce is saying, shape in front of me, and you had warmth all over my body and body pulsating. I love that. Beautiful. It's just the energy moving around. That's all that is. Chris is saying, I feel quite amazing. I feel more centered now. Beautiful. That's it. We can do the meditation again. I have to wait for it to upload, and then I can go and put the timestamps on it. So do it again with all the meditations. You can do them again. And Lynn's saying that was special. I saw an eye. Then the outline of a face, heard a beautiful frequency chiming, heard a voice telling me that every act and every thought of love and kindness creates a ripple. Beautiful. Absolutely, it does. And that's what we're doing here every week. That's what we're doing here every week, aren't we? Sending that ripple of love out to everybody. And yeah, the collective and everybody, even the sleepers. So Lainey was saying, thank you, felt peaceful, was dropping off. Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what? I had to bring myself, I meant to say this. I had to bring myself back. Normally, I just have a chit chat and whatever's going on. I get Osam was there again, and I was talking to him, and then I just went off. I could feel myself drifting off, and then I heard Ray saying, "Wake up, you dopey cow." And I was like, oh. I was literally, I think because the energy was so potent tonight. I think because the energy was so potent tonight, I think that's why I got dragged in, because that doesn't normally happen. But that's how that, I'm just trying to remember. So I didn't see you all in the circle again. I saw it as like little pods. Everyone was in their own little pod with their own Lemurian masters, right, in their own cradle of light, right? But I could see in the top, if that makes sense. So like, it's really interesting because whenever I have these experiences, there's always a hole in the roof to the galaxies, and I can see all the stars and whatnot. It's very rarely do I have a covered in ceiling, you know, or I'm in a room and it's just all, you know, kind of closed in. And I feel that some of that is just the more we meditate, the more expansive and more we allow ourselves to go into these altered states, the easier it gets. And so Lane is saying, yeah, dropping off. So Carol's saying, absolutely beautiful. I felt peaceful and tingly until I got interrupted by my roommate. Well, you need to tell him I put a sign on your door saying, leave me alone. Oh, you're beautiful soul too as well, Carol. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everyone saying thank you. No, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Nancy saying thank you for coming, Nancy. And Anisha, I hope I've said that right. Thank you, Lorraine. I saw a face and it was blue that was smiling. Beautiful. Who do you think that was? Planet beginning with A, or yeah, don't want to put words in your mouth. And Marja saying, wow, my mind is blown. I felt like electricity through my whole body. Awesome. I cared for the crystals and the plants. My name was Jack. Oh my God. Thank you, Lorraine. I love that. Blooming beautiful. And you know what? You've given me another message. You're giving me messages tonight, because Jack is my granddad's name. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Lynn saying I'd muscle twitches, then massive yawns at the end. Beautiful. Releasing. Love that. Oh, and we've had Lynn's pretty good at this. Anish saying the face and the eye I saw was blue too. It's really funny, right? Because when I would see what I would call human eyes, so either like spirit or myself in another lifetime, or other souls, for want of a better word, I would always see them like head on, right? But when I was in the realms, and even now I see it sometimes, I see it from and if it's a being, I see it from the side. So I like only see one eye. It's really weird. I don't know if anyone else has experienced that. But sometimes they're really big, and sometimes they're small. Sometimes I see a part of their being. But like I say, you know, like I said, and I've said like loads of times, is this whole alien head that, you know, we're, you know, shown with the eyes going up and the egg head. There are very few of them are like that. There is some, but not many. Not that I've seen anyway. So I'm not saying they don't, but I'm just saying the ones that I've seen have not. So Angie's saying, wow, thank you. That was absolutely beautiful. So peaceful and felt deeply connected. Love that. Love the energy. You're welcome. Oh, hello, Teeny. Lucy, welcome. I saw an infinity symbol. Beautiful. Yes, Ananda. Is that it? Ananda. Yeah, that's the channel. Yeah. I love it. So Zafro music. I'll have to look at that. I love it, because I was going to do some sleep and longer meditations. I'm just trying to get this flipping course done and sorted. So once I've done that, I'll be back with doing the meditations in the week. Yeah, I just need to tie it up. This is such a lot to do, because it's like 12 weeks, and I just want to make sure that it's absolutely super duper for you all. Anyone that wants to do it anyway. So Steph is saying that I saw a more vibrant green than usual, beautiful, and a man was singing, and then beeping sound like Morse code. I usually hear the beeping most nights before going to sleep. Beautiful. They're just trying to connect you, aren't they? I love that. Yeah, thanks for the recommendations, Lainey. Yeah, thank you, darling. Thanks. What do you say? I keep both. Thanks, Lorraine. So Mary's saying, thanks, Lorraine. What do you say? I do keep bursting into tears. Hopefully this passes. I understand your explanation. Yeah, I feel some of it can be conscious things that we know about, and we can also, I don't know if if you're aware of this, I'm sorry, but I'm just giving a reminder, is that we can have what the spiritual community call them releases, certain like purging and releasing. So we can have bodily experiences and pain and emotions, and it can be from this lifetime, but it also can be from another timeline, without getting too technical, because just briefly, there's multiple versions of us existing in other universes, right? And how do I explain it? Even in this physical body on different timelines, right? So a bit like the film, what's it called? Sliding Doors, right? Yeah, there's different like parallel universes. And anyway, I could go around the houses, but it might be from those, like it could be from other lifetimes also, where that energy is being released. And remember, a lot of us right now are, the cycle breakers. We're the ones here to break the cycles. So yeah, and the thing is, it gets even more, not complicated, but even more intricate, because we don't always reincarnate back into the same bloodline. So it all gets a bit kind of messy trying to work it out on a human logical level. But yeah, that's the best way. But if you are, but I've been like that, just feeling more emotional than usual, and I thought, oh, maybe I'm picking up on Scarlett. But yeah, she's doing really well at the moment. Bless her. Yeah, she's doing amazing. Didn't know if it was her monthlies, but I have started. I'll tell you what I have started taking. I wonder if I've got them on the table. I've started taking so many supplements, but I've taken this one. It's called New Aura. I don't know if you can see it, and it's a bloat burn. So any of you that kind of get bloating, it's not an advertisement or anything, but yeah, it's really helping. With it's all natural stuff in it as well. It's called bloat burn, but it's like people that are perimenopause and postmenopause as well, and it's designed to boost metabolism. Did with that. And reduce bloating, but I'm finding it definitely is helping, because I was having a problem with the old windy pops, really bad, literally as I'm walking. Who was I talking to? Lynn about this, I think, the other day. What's it got in it? Fennel seed. Oh no, I better not talk about this, because I might get in trouble. But anyway, if you want the details, just message me and I can direct you to it. Because I think anything natural, they're not too keen on. So Leon, welcome Leon. If you're new, check out the Temple of Zeus organization to find the truth behind reality. I think a lot of us here have done loads of work and been down rabbit holes for years. So yeah, I'll go and check out the Temple of Zeus, but thank you. Hell Zeus, I don't know about that. Yeah, he was a Roman god, wasn't he? Yeah, reminds me of what was that program? I better not do this again. Do you remember we were talking about all the old programs last time? Magnum, that's it. Zeus, he had a dog, didn't he? Zeus and Apollo. Yeah, set us all off again. But welcome, Leon. Feel free to like this video and subscribe and share if you'd love to. We do meditations on a Sunday evening here with a bunch of beautiful souls and spiritual chat. So you're welcome. Oh, so Carol's saying my dad's name was John, but we called him Jack. Same. Yeah, same. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. Yeah, it's really bizarre, isn't it? Yeah, I thought it was an English thing, but obviously it's not. It's an international thing. But anyway, what's the time? Flipping heck. Right, okay, 21:11. Right, good time to go. Love you all very much. Have a wonderful week. And sorry I let you down on Wednesday, but yeah, there's just no way I could have done. I'm just going to come on weekly on a Sunday now until I've got the course done. Yeah, and I'm just really excited to get it out to you all. And so Lynn saying, my granddad was the same, John, but everyone called him Jack. I don't know why. Why do they do that? It's really weird, isn't it? Yeah. It's bizarre, isn't it? But anyway, oh, thank you, Lynn. I'm going to love you and leave you all. And as always, if you got to the end of the video, if you can like and share and subscribe, I really appreciate it if you're not already. Have a wonderful week, everybody. I'll see you next Sunday. We will be doing grief. Because yeah, it's coming up. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? The first year of a transition, you know, you remember all the dates, and yeah, the 29th is Dad's send-off date. So what date are we on now? 17th, yeah. So I don't yeah, so hang on a minute. Yes, I'm doing it next Sunday. That's right, yeah, because it will be the 20 whatever it is anyway. Airhead. And yeah, everyone have a blessed week. I love you all. Remember, keep going, and most of all, keep smiling. I love you all, and I'll see you soon.